So happy you could be with us today. My name is Miriam Velasquez. We're reading from the Complete Jewish Bible, a Hebrew translation of the Bible, and we will be on from Sunday through Friday, resting on Saturday for Shabbat. Prayer from Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 4 through 9. Hear, Israel, Adonai, our God, Adonai is one, and you are to love Adonai your God with all your heart, all your being, and all your resources. These words which I am ordering you today are to be on your heart, and you are to teach them carefully to your children. You are to talk about them when you sit at home, when you are traveling on the road, when you lie down, and when you get up. Tie them on your hand as a sign. Put them at the front of a headband around your forehead, and write them on the door frames of your houses and on your gates. The Lord's Prayer, Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 through 14. Our Father in heaven, may your name be kept holy. May your kingdom come. Your will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us the food we need today. Forgive us our trespasses as we too have forgiven those who have wronged us. And do not lead us into hard testing, but keep us safe from the evil one. For kingship, power, and glory are yours forever. Amen. A reading from Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was unformed and void. Darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God hovered over the surface of the water. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. So there was evening, and there was morning, one day. God said, "Let there be a dome in the middle of the water. Let it divide the water from the water." God made the dome and divided the water under the dome from the water above the dome. That is how it was. And God called the dome sky. So there was evening, and there was morning, a second day. God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered together into one place, and let dry land appear." And that is how it was. God called the dry land earth. The gathering together of the water he called seas, and God saw that it was good. God said, "Let the earth put forth grass, seed-producing plants, and fruit trees, each yielding its own kind of seed-bearing fruit on the earth." And that is how it was. The earth brought forth grass, plants each yielding its own kind of seed, and trees each producing its own kind of seed-bearing fruit. And God saw that it was good. So there was evening, and there was morning, a third day. God said, "Let there be lights in the dome of the sky to divide the day from the night. Let them be for signs, seasons, days, and years. And let them be for lights in the dome of the sky to give light to the earth." And that is how it was. God made the two great lights, the larger light to rule the day, and the smaller light to rule the night, and the stars. God put them in the dome of the sky to give light to the earth, to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. So there was evening, and there was morning, a fourth day. God said, "Let the water swarm with swarms of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth in the open dome of the sky." God created the great sea creatures and every living thing that creeps, so that the water swarmed with all kinds of them, and there was every kind of winged bird, and God saw that it was good. Then God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful, multiply, and fill the water of the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth." So there was evening, and there was morning, a fifth day. God said, "Let the earth bring forth each kind of living creature, each kind of livestock, crawling animal, and wild beast." And that is how it was. God made each kind of wild beast, each kind of livestock, and every kind of animal that crawls along the ground. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make humankind in our image, in the likeness of ourselves, and let them rule over the fish in the sea, the birds in the air, the animals, and over all the earth, and over every crawling creature that crawls on the earth. So God created humankind in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. God blessed them. God said to them, "Be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea, the birds in the air, and every living creature that crawls on the earth." Then God said, "Here, throughout the whole earth, I am giving you as food every seed-bearing plant and every tree with seed-bearing fruit, and to every wild animal, bird in the air, and creature crawling on the earth in which there is a living soul, I am giving as food every kind of green plant." And that is how it was. God saw everything that he had made, and indeed it was very good. So there was evening and there was morning, a sixth day. Now a reading from the book of Joshua, chapter 1. After the death of Moses, the servant of Adonai, Adonai said to Joshua, the son of Nun, the son of Nun, Moshe's assistant, "Moshe, my servant, is dead. So now get up and cross over this Jordan, you and all the people, to the land I am giving to them, the people of Israel. I am giving you every place you will step on with the sole of your foot, as I said to Moshe, all the land from the desert and the Lebanon, to the great river, the Euphrates River, all the land of the Hittite, and on to the great sea in the west will be your territory. No one will be able to withstand you as long as you live. Just as I was with Moshe, so I will be with you. I will neither fail you nor abandon you. Be strong, be bold, for you will cause this people to inherit the land I swore to their fathers I would give them. Only be strong and very bold in taking care to follow all the Torah which Moshe my servant ordered you to follow. Do not turn from it either to the right nor to the left. Then you will succeed wherever you go. Yes, keep this book of the Torah on your lips and meditate on it day and night, so that you will take care to act according to everything written in it. Then your undertakings will prosper and you will succeed. Haven't I ordered you? Be strong, be bold. So don't be afraid or downhearted, because Adonai your God is with you wherever you go." Joshua instructed the officials of the people to go through the camp and order the people, "Prepare provisions, because in 3 days you will cross this Jordan to go in and take possession of the land Adonai your God is giving you." To the Reubenite, the Gadite, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, Joshua said, "Remember what Moshe, the servant of Adonai, ordered you. Adonai your God has let you rest and will give you this land. Your wives, your little ones, and your livestock will stay in the land Moshe gave you on the east side of the Jordan, but you are to cross over armed as a fighting force ahead of your brothers to help them until Adonai allows your brothers to rest, as he has allowed you. And they have too taken possession of the land Adonai your God is giving them. At that point you will return to the land which is yours and possess it, the land Moshe the servant of God gave you in Ever Jordan to the east toward the sunrise." Then they answered Joshua, "We will do everything you have ordered us to do, and we will go wherever you send us. Just as we listened to everything Moshe said, so we will listen to you. Only may Adonai your God be with you as he was with Moshe. If anyone rebels against your order and doesn't heed what you say in every detail of your order, he will be put to death. Just be strong, be bold." Reading from Psalms chapter 1. "How blessed are those who reject the advice of the wicked, don't stand on the way of sinners, or sit where scoffers sit. Their delight is in Adonai's Torah. On his Torah they meditate day and night. They are like trees planted by streams. They bear their fruit in season. Their leaves never wither. Everything they do succeeds. Not so the wicked, who are like chaff driven by the wind. For this reason, the wicked won't stand up to judgment, nor will sinners at the gathering of the righteous. For Adonai watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked is doomed. Now from the New Testament, we're going to Matthew chapter 1. This is the genealogy of Yeshua the Messiah, son of David, son of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac. Isaac was the father of Jacob. Jacob was the father of Judah and his brothers. Judah was the father of Perez and Sirach. Their mother was Tamar. Perez was the father of Hezron. Hezron was the father of Ram. Ram was the father of Aminadab. Aminadab was the father of Nachshon. Nachshon was the father of Salmon. Salmon was the father of Boaz. His mother was Rachel. Boaz was the father of Oved. His mother was Ruth. Oved was the father of Yishai. Yishai was the father of David the king. David was the father of Shlomo, Solomon. His mother was the wife of Uriah. Shlomo was the father of Rechavam. Rechavam was the father of Abijah. Abijah was the father of Asa. Asa was the father of Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat was the father of Joram. Joram was the father of Uzziyahu. Uzziyahu was the father of Yotam. Yotam was the father of Akaz. Akaz was the father of Hizkiyahu. Hizkiyahu was the father of Menashe. Menashe was the father of Amon. Amon was the father of Joshiyahu. Joshiyahu was the father of Ikanyahu and his brothers at the time of the exile to Babel. After the Babylonian exile, Ikanyahu was the father of Shaltiel. Shaltiel was the father of Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel was the father of Abihud. Abihud was the father of Eliakim. Eliakim was the father of Azur. Azur was the father of Zadok. Zadok was the father of Yakin. Yakin was the father of Elikud. Elikud was the father of Eleazar. Eleazar was the father of Matan. Matan was the father of Yaakov. Yaakov was the father of Joseph, the husband of Miriam, from whom was born the Yeshua, who was called the Messiah. Thus there were 14 generations from Abraham to David, 14 generations from David to the Babylonian exile, and 14 generations from the Babylonian exile to the Messiah. Here is how the birth of Yeshua the Messiah took place. When his mother Miriam was engaged to Joseph before they were married, she was found to be pregnant from the Ruach HaKodesh. Her husband-to-be Joseph was a man who did what was right, so he had plans to break the engagement quietly rather than put her to public shame. But while he was thinking about this, an angel of Adonai appeared to him in a dream and said, "Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Miriam as your wife, for what has been conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to name him Yeshua, which means Adonai saves, because he will save his people from their sins." All this happened in order to fulfill what Adonai had said through the prophet. The virgin will conceive and bear a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God is with us. When Joseph awoke, he did what the angel of Adonai had told him to do. He took Miriam home to be his wife, but he did not have sexual relations with her until she had given birth to a son, and he named him Yeshua. In closing, we're going to say a prayer from Numbers chapter 6, verses 24 to 26. May Adonai bless you and keep you. May Adonai make his face shine on you and show you his favor. May Adonai lift his face toward you and give you his shalom. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you join us next time. Until next time, shalom.